What's up YouTube? Snarky Arts here, and today we're going to continue our assembly of this Fallout harness from LeatherCladLegends. In the description box below you'll find links to patterns for both this vault suit and these pouches I made to go with it. So let's dive on in and take a look at the next steps in assembling our project.
Call me the wanderer, yeah, the wanderer. I roam around.
For the waist belt, I mark off the range that I want to install the eyelets. I then evenly space them out, but you'll want to keep in mind that likely only one of these will fit you comfortably when worn. I then pencil in where I'm going to taper cut the end of the belt. You can see from the guidelines I'm making now that they are much farther apart than your typical belt, so do some test fitting before you commit to punching holes in your leather. Using a pen and a ruler, I mark at equal distance away from the edge where the holes will be punched, and given the size of the holes, I use a standard hole punch rather than my typical hand punch. With the eyelets that you're going to install, you want to make sure that the decorative side is facing out, and then set them in place with your anvil and hammer. I recommend that you first practice setting a few eyelets on some scrap leather before you work on the belt to get the hang of it. With the first one done, I repeat the process 4 more times, though there's nothing stopping you from adding as many eyelets as you want to this project. It's yours, so go crazy. With all of the eyelets installed, it's now time to finish up our belt by trimming off the excess length of the leather and trimming the corners at 45s. And now the belt is done. For the vertical straps, we're going to be sewing together the S1 piece along with the S1 strap top piece. I begin by struggling to figure out exactly how I should stitch these two pieces together, but eventually decide that using barge contact cement with minimal overlap between the two was the way to go. Be warned, barge does not play around. It is extremely toxic, so wear gloves and a respirator. With the two pieces bonded together, we can now drill our holes for the thread. As with most of this project, I'm using a single needle saddle stitch, and you should take care when hand threading with a sharp needle that you don't accidentally stab yourself. Once I've completed the stitch, I'm adding a bit of crazy glue to the knot as extra precaution. Now to help the leather form into a nice bend, I'm adding warm water and slowly working the leather into the shape that I want. Once you're happy with the leather's flexibility, you can loop it through the metal ring and clamp it in place until it dries. Now that the strap top is nicely keeping its shape, I'm using a hand punch for the outer snap installation, then using a pen to mark where to install the opposite half of the snap. As you can see, the snaps are fairly easy to install, and you'll get a lot of practice with this project. Once the snap is installed, you are done for now, and so are we for this video. With DragonCon quickly approaching, I don't know how many of these videos I'm going to be able to get done in time, but I will try and get as many of them uploaded as I can. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I can't seem to find LeatherCladLegends' Etsy page any longer, so I don't entirely know if they're still in business. I hope they are, because this was a great kit and I had a lot of fun assembling it, and I'm sure you will too. So you may have to find another means of getting this kit or creating it yourself or reaching out to LeatherCladLegends. But I just wanted to let everyone know that it appears their Etsy page is no longer functional. So with that, happy crafting, and I'll see you next video.